Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. So I had an idea to start something new. Imagine that. Because this is something that I do for myself a lot of the time, not every day, but I do it a lot because it's information that I want to know. And I'm like, a lot of other people out there would probably love to have this information and would enjoy this because I see people do like daily tarot readings, but I don't. And then I see people do, I don't think I see astrology of the day. But I'm like, how fun would that be to combine that and do, not every bit of astrology for the day and not going through all the signs, but doing like the collective astrological energies, looking at that for the day and getting a gist of it and then pulling some cards on it. I thought that would be great. And I'll probably release these like the night before because then Australia will see it before the day starts if anybody in Australia catches this. And it's nice to know before it happens, right? Because I'm in America, so it's pretty much, everybody is ahead of us time-wise. So even though I am on closer to the East Coast. But so we're looking at Tuesday, August 20th. I'm not sure how I'm going to title these videos, so I'm sure I'll put the date in the title. So we're going to go through the astrology of the day, and then we're going to pull some cards here together on cam. I did pull one card just to kind of get a gist on the energy, and it matches so much. But so the astrology of the day, the sun is going to be conjunct Vesta, and Vesta is an asteroid, and Vesta was actually named after Hestia, which is a goddess, and she represents like home and hearth and like the home fires. And I kept hearing keeping the home fires burning was something that was coming through. And actually Vesta in your birth chart represents, or it symbolizes like your ambition and the fire inside of you, which never goes out, no matter what difficulties you are going through. Like, it's the fire of your soul that never dims, basically, even in your darkest times. So this is something that does not have to do really with other people or your responsibilities in your life. This is very personal area of your chart. So the sun is conjunct Vesta today, and that is helping us to narrow down on the focus on where we put our energy, which can be, somewhat of, because of how I explained Vesta to you, it can be like a very personal vision, a very personal goal for you, or very personal focus where you want to put your energy today. Now, we also have the moon later in the day in Pisces. So you may start out the day really strong, right? With the sun conjunct Vesta. That may be a really good energy. You're like, I know where my focus is. I'm ready to go towards this. I'm ready to expand on something. But then we've got the moon in Pisces, dreamy Pisces. And I don't know if you would know or not, but Saturn squared Jupiter, I believe, yesterday. It's still squared. So now we've got the moon there in Pisces. And it is aligning with, Saturn squared Jupiter. I don't know if I said that correctly. Saturn is in Pisces, and it squared Jupiter. So now the moon is aligning with Saturn in Pisces, and it is also squaring Jupiter. So as we get through the day, it may be harder to take action, or it may be harder in deciding to take action or what action you're going to take. It's like I feel like second guessing yourself. And maybe thinking, what are the consequences if I take this action? Or what are the consequences if I don't do something? Or if I neglect one thing for another? It's like this Two of Swords was coming through. And it may be a challenge to decide what action to take on, or in regards to a responsibility that you feel like you have, that's like staring you in the face. And like I said, like you may have started the day out strong, like you narrowed down your focus on what you want to do, what's important. But then that taking action, that initiative, it's like with what's going on in Pisces, it's making it hard to actually take action. So I actually did pull a mystical shaman card before I started the reading here, and we got the Jaguar. And speaking of focus, do you see this? Do you see her focus? Like her eyes? And she's seeing through the dark, right? Like she is in a dark jungle. And it's funny because I mentioned consequences. It's funny because I think of, like, I have a cat, my kitty cat Hazel, and even big cats, and I've read this about cats, like they, and if you have one, you've realized, like, they will just sit and observe, and they will pounce at the right moment. I feel like, and I don't know if anybody else has ever done this. Have you ever put something off? You're like, I'll do this at that time. And then that time comes and you're like, well, give me a little bit longer and I'll do it. And you know you need to do it. Like, you know you need to get that thing done, or you need to go to that place because they close. Say it's, they close at 8 o'clock. Whatever this place is. And you have to go there today. And you're like, well, I'll go at 5 o'clock. I'll go at 5. I'll have plenty of time. 5 rolls around. You're just not feeling it. Or for whatever reason, you're like, I'll go. I'll leave here in about an hour. I'll go at 6. I'll still have 2 hours. 6 gets here. And you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go, but I'm not even ready. So then you're rushing around and getting ready to leave, and it's like you may get there in just the nick of time, but there would have been consequences if you hadn't, like you had to be there, you had to go there for some reason, and they closed at 8 o'clock. There was a time constraint on it. I feel like there's something today that you need to do. And there's something about being fearless, being brave, because the Jaguar also talks about, facing a fear, stepping outside your comfort zone. The Jaguar is the queen of the jungle, she is the top of the food chain. This card is a 28, which breaks down to a 10, which is also cycle completion as well. There's just something about your focus and where you put your energy. And it's like that the moon in Pisces and all that other stuff going on is just like trying to derail you. Like Saturn is like trying to make you sit down, but you're like, I know I have to do this. Or something like that. I don't, like, it's interesting. Let's get into, we're going to pull some energy oracle cards. Ooh, I pre-shuffled these. We have strategy underneath the deck. You're going to be making a plan. You've got a plan. You've got a strategy tomorrow. Or today. I'm sorry. It's tomorrow from today. But I think I'm going to put this reading out tonight. That is so confusing. I'm so sorry. Tuesday, August 20th. For the collective. Ooh, my left ear just went dead silent and then started ringing. Which the left ear for me is vibration. It is a change in, there's going to be a change in your vibration tomorrow. That's interesting. Okay, if you can close, so you are facing some kind of fear tomorrow. It's interesting. It's the moon too. You think about the moon in the tarot. It talks about walking into the unknown, facing fears. 11:11 a few seconds ago when I looked up. Facing fears. Being strong, being brave. Those fears are not telling you. Like when we see the moon in the tarot, even though it represents fear and the unknown and, you know, that kind of energy, it's shadowy, right? It's not saying don't do it. It's saying, you know, you got to buck up and face those fears. And basically, like, on either side of the moon, there are, there's like there's like a wolf and a dog, like the domesticated part of you and the wild part of you. And this jaguar, that is the wild part of you, the undomesticated part of you. And for a lot of us, we would think like that would be, well, is that how you're showing it to me, Spirit? They're saying not to word it that way. Okay, we're going to get into the energy oracle and pull a few cards. All right, for Tuesday, August 20th. I think that was the card of action. Yeah. Action. It's time to go. It's time to take action on something you've had your eye on. You have, like I said, Vesta is like the fire of your soul. There's this desire, this focus on something, but you're sitting here and you're watching and waiting and maybe strategizing, and it's time to be fearless. It's time to, you know, this jaguar is probably in like a safe area, like under cover in the jungle watching, right? And it's time to step out and go after something, to bring something into the light. That's interesting. And there's this energy that we're going to be facing tomorrow that's challenging us. Got the broken heart coming out and yin and yang. It's interesting. I talked about that, like yin and yang, like the two parts of you, right? Like the domesticated part of you and the wild part of you. It's interesting. I'm getting like the fire and ice. This broken heart has to do with the ice. There's a fire inside of you, but there's an ice on the surface. The fire needs to melt the ice. The fire needs to... The fire has been burning the ice. Okay. Oh my gosh, I pre-shuffled this too. We've got the Ten of Swords. Endings. I feel like you are afraid. Okay, you're afraid of getting hurt or being disappointed, or okay, the consequences. You're afraid of the consequences of something. I mentioned that for the astrology. Yeah, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. You may be afraid that the ending of something is going to be painful. You are so strong, so brave. What is that? It's interesting because like yin and yang, that is, you know, like passive and active, intuitive, logical. Like I said, you know, like with the jaguar here, like sitting, watching, waiting, strategizing, waiting for the right moment. But the time is here to take action. But there's this energy around you that's saying, no, it's not. Because there is a risk. There's a risk. Your logical mind is saying, hey, there's a risk here. Your intuitive mind is, it's that logical part of you saying it's time to be passive. 1707, when I just looked up. And that intuitive part of you, which this is so opposite as well when I'm explaining this. And this intuitive part of you is saying, no, we need to do this right now. We need to take a risk. The Hanged Man. All right, let's get a few tarot cards and we'll wrap this up for Tuesday, August 20th. Seven of Cups. There's that challenge to decide what action to take. What is going to be behind this door when I open it? And the High Priestess. The intuition. You have to know that you're making the right decision. You have to feel it. The Seven of Cups, like, look at him. He's got these choices in front of him. He's got these options. There's all these bowls, all these cups, and there are things underneath these cups. And some of them are good, some of them are bad, and he doesn't know which one to choose. And here she is with her eyes closed, and she could put her hand out and pick the exact right bowl and just know, right? She doesn't need to see what's under the bowl. She's not guessing. There's a part of you that knows. There's a fire inside of you. This Vesta energy. There's this calm, cool, and collected. It's interesting because they're showing me this as fire now. There's this calm, cool, collected energy inside of you. Or this focus inside of you on something. But then your intuitive or your logical mind is getting in the way of your intuitive mind, your intuition. It's blocking you. Yeah, King of Swords, Two of Swords. The King of Swords is very clear. The King of Swords is, like, look at him sitting up there, high above everything, looking down, kind of like the jaguar, but in a different environment. Sees everything around them. And then there's this blindfold. And the Two of Swords. It's like, you can take this blindfold off, right? Her hands are free. Let's get one or two more cards, please, God. One or two more cards for Tuesday, August 20th. Oh my gosh. Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. You are being guided to let go of something, to end something. Let something be dead, done, and over with. Whatever this action is that you're being guided to take, whatever this focus is that you are narrowing in on, it's closing something else out. This could be a way of thinking. This could be, you know, something actually in your life that you're walking away from that's been disappointing with the Eight of Cups. But it's like you're looking back. It's like there's something that you see right in front of you. And you're ready to run towards it. You're ready to go. But there's hesitation. Look, like this black jaguar, this black horse. And this white horse is like the focus. It's like what you want to go towards, whatever that is. It's what you want to go towards. And it's, you know, like, come on, run in this direction, go in this direction. But something else has to end. Something has to be left to move in this direction. And it may not be, I don't know why that almost just came out of my mouth. Okay. It may not be for good. It may be a for now thing. But I don't know why I'm hearing the song Hopelessly Devoted to You. It's like there's something that's not making you happy. Oh my gosh. Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's not making you happy. It's not emotionally fulfilling. It's been very disappointing. It's not giving back to you. It seeps your energy, your time, your resources. And there's something new here that's coming through, but you've got to let the old thing go. And let it be whatever it's going to be, or let it die, or whatever it is. All right, that's what I have for you. This is a lot longer than I imagined it was going to be. I am wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love. Until tomorrow, bye.